Thank you for tuning into my channel. Like, yeah, I just thought of my old video and I know that I did this whole part that was very embarrassing, but okay. About a month into college, as you can tell from the title, is what should you do if you're in an uncomfortable situation with your roommate? Now, again, back to the, I have it here on my laptop because I did want to write down the ideas that I wanted to like touch base upon. So, what should you do if you're in an uncomfortable situation with your roommate?
Now, I myself have been lucky. I just want to thank God. So I do have a triple. So I do have 2 other roommates, and I can tell you, like, if you just go through my Tumblr, like my prior reactions to finding out my roommates and whatnot. But anyway, we found, as a freshman or a transfer student or whatever, we found out about our roommates on the first week of July, basically. And I will tell you my story. I found out about my roommates, and I got these 2 girls. I was gonna be in an upperclassmen building. In the upperclassmen building, they have triples. So for me, I was just like, wow, people have like anxiety over 1 roommate. I'm gonna have anxiety over like 2. So these 2 roommates, you know, it's been a while. We're all upperclassmen, so I was new. They were upperclassmen already. I ended up sending them like probably the 2nd or 3rd week of July, like mid-2nd week of July. I sent them a message, and nobody got back to me. I got these 2 girls. I swear I am a detective. I found them on Twitter, and like one of the girls actually did follow me on Instagram because in the email that I wrote, I gave them my number and I gave them my Instagram just in case they wanted to see how I look. So one of them followed me on Instagram, and her best friend as well followed me on Instagram, but like my second roommate did not, like she didn't even bother. And as you can tell just from that, like it was just not well. I just want to thank any higher being out there that I was following them on Twitter, well, like on the sideline, on the low. Best friend, she switched me out. I didn't even know you can do that. I didn't know you could switch roommates, but apparently she did. She switched me out and added herself into the room. So it was basically the 2 girls and then her, and then I got switched into, you know, the 2 girls that I'm with right now. At first I was like, hell no. And at first I was also like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I was already like, that was already my first experience with like a triple. I was already like at a point where I was like, okay, you know, like
your roommates, realistically, like as much as people want to tell you that like you're not going to be best friends with your roommate, blah blah blah, but they kind of like, they do have a sense of like power. I don't want to say power, but they do kind of set off the vibe that you'll get for the rest of your year.
And although I am not a freshman, I am a first year here. I'm a transfer student. So I didn't really want my first year abroad, away, another state, to be like dictated by these like 2 little Barbies, basically. But whatever, like I feel mean saying that, but whatever. So basically they switched me out, and I got into the other 2 roommates that I have now, which they are like sent by angels, in my opinion. I swear, like my year would have been like my first month, my year in general would have or this semester in general would have been completely different. Like I don't know where would I've been, I don't know how I would have been, but I'm pretty sure that it would not be as how I am right now. So I'm forever grateful. The other girls, they seemed racist, not going to lie. So I honestly don't know how that would have gone down. But yeah. So like them switching me out kind of sort of saved me the trouble when I got like, you know, with my roommates.
I've made friends and whatnot, and some of the friends that I spoke to, they're already like having like roommate troubles, and it's already been like the 2nd, you know, by the time we had this conversation, it was already been like the 2nd week of school already. And for me, I'm like a big advocate of never feeling uncomfortable where you live and where you work. Like those are the 2 places where I'm just like, you should never, like you need to take actions to evade feeling uncomfortable wherever you live and work. Because first, why I say where you work, because if you have like beef with someone, you have a problem, an altercation with someone, there is like a 80% chance you're going to be working with that person on a daily basis. You're going to have to see that person on a daily basis. You're just going to have to be in that environment on a daily basis. And I'm a person, I would not like to wake up in the morning and be like, ugh, I have to go to work, I have to like deal with that, you know. Like I feel like if you put yourself in that predicament, it's like, try to take the steps to evade that. Like honestly, same thing in your living, you know, arrangements as well. If you would literally rather be outside or like literally anywhere rather than where you live, there's a problem and you need to fix that like ASAP. No, Rocky, like I'm like against it. So if you're with your roommate and you do feel uncomfortable, you really do need to like sit down with your roomie and like talk about it. Don't just talk about it behind her or his back. If you're with your roommate and something's going on, you need to talk it out with your roommate and like hash it out, lay down the foundations. And I'm not saying that you gotta go in to your like dorm and be like, these are the laws. But you really need to talk about it as soon as possible, because then, you know, that problem could extend, and then that can just ruin your whole year, and it's just like, you never want that. You know, the earlier on the better. Like, if you notice an issue early on in the year, you shouldn't sit and let the frustration stir. You know, you should hash it out as early as possible, as soon as possible, as painless as possible. And if you are like me, that you're in a triple and you have another roomie, and you spoke to that other roomie before you spoke to the problematic roomie, you should, you know, speak to the other roomie and just get her or his opinion on it to see if you're being rational or irrational, to be even angry over whatever you are, you know, being angry about. And then you both, or you know, your other roomie should like be the mediator, and you should both approach the problematic roommate or something along those lines. I feel like, for me, like, the big thing that I want you guys to get out of this video is that the earlier the better, and like, never let a habit go unnoticed, because, you know, then this person could get comfortable. Maybe you're not comfortable with this person leaving their hair all over the floor. Like, that's how you should approach a problem with your roommate. I feel like you should speak to your roommate in a very civil manner. Just don't go up to your roommate like, yo, don't touch my shit. Like, no, you just have to be, okay, text messages. You just have to be like cordial about it, really. And I'm not saying that you're always going to be best friends with your roommate. I mean, everybody says that, and I mean, it's true. The next best thing is to be able to cohabitate with your roommate. That's what you want. Like, your goal is not to be best friends with your roommate. Your goal is to be able to cohabitate with your roommate. And that's literally, like, you know, that's your goal thing. I'm sorry, I just got a Sacha Cosmetics stick, and I don't know, it looks so fake to me. If you guys want me to talk about this, like, leave it down below, because I don't know. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the video. But yeah, the whole point is to, you know, be able to cohabitate. You want to be able to come back to your dorm, you know, and just chill out. You don't want to be able to look at your dorm and be like, with disgust, like, ew, you have to go back there, you know. So, alright, that's all I want you guys to get out of this video, really, to be honest. I'll record next week, but there's no complaints, really. I'll definitely come at you with a next video, and I know that my next video will definitely be about the freshman 15, so, you know, stay tuned for that. So yeah, thank you for watching.